Alright, you bunch of jackasses.
I'd like to emphasize 550 on this. Yes, sir.
Alright, so you guys roll into Dodge. On the back, on an ATV, there's one guy driving it, and there's two on the little trailer. In the trailer, there are some miscellaneous cans of gas.
Mm-hmm. And flare guns. I have a flare gun.
And a flare gun, yeah. There was one in the thing, and you had the one from his car.
Yeah.
And you have
and I have my shotgun.
And you have your little fetishes, your
little fetishes, and my backpack from the truck. And
do you have in your backpack from the truck? Do you have the stuffed bald eagle hanging out of the backpack, like one wing out of the back, or what's
pretty much?
Or are you wearing it like a Flavor Flav necklace?
I tore off the wings and I tied them to my arms.
You can do that,
yeah.
Or put them as a necklace, whatever you want.
Oh, that's
Make a headdress on them.
I did. Bunch of all over the place.
Okay, so you like stuck feather.
The Wendigo's gonna be like.
So you guys, the scene is both of you come into shot and you come into shot and then you come into shot and you look absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Exactly.
Feathers hanging out.
And Thomas is the one fucking bumping into my crotch on this fucking ATV, but you look ridiculous. So that's where we're at.
I'm like, yeah, this is the strangest thing you've seen all day.
All right, guys. So
I'm like, we're not even moving. What are you guys doing?
So you come into the church, and it's kind of on this hilltop. And as you guys come up on top of the hilltop, it starts to rain really hard, and like hail is beating down. You remember this from some of the readings that you read about. Some of these spirits have control of the weather, and of course, there's something very dark and nefarious going on in the church. So, what do you guys do? All of it, just so it's clear, there are multiple sections in the church. This is one zone. Okay. This is another zone, and this is another zone. Right. So there's three separate zones. So they take a turn to get into each zone. Okay? What do you guys do?
Let's burn this building down.
Agreed.
Okay. So what do you do?
Go up if there's...
You could use my 1 can of gasoline that I was saving for alcohol.
Good man. Here we go.
Burn this shit. That was my backup alcohol, but I will allow it because I have real booze still.
Are you that sad that you're drinking?
Hey, that was my backup plan. I said backup.
I want to...
Backup.
You might not be making it that far.
Well, before we burn anything down, I say, wait a minute, is that baby? What about the kid and Alan?
Oh, shit, I forgot about real people.
Did he explain what he saw earlier?
Oh, yeah.
We can't let him die.
How was interrupting their ceremony letting him die?
Well, you don't know what the ceremony is. Well, I guess you
No, burning down the building is letting them die. That's what he's saying here. So.
I didn't say...
Sorry, I forgot about the real people in there. I thought it was just bad guys. So, yes, let's... I always have good intentions.
I didn't say...
I'm not giving up my backup booze to kill innocents.
You hear the chanting. It's like a low man's voice, but it like seems to be reverberating out of the walls. It's exactly this.
I didn't say let it burn down without doing anything after that. I just said start the building on fire. And that's what I'm going to go proceed to do.
Okay, so you're grabbing gasoline. Okay, move your mini. Show me where he's going and what is he doing.
I'm going to go to... Let's see. I guess... do I actually see this?
No, these are doors. Right. And then there's like this area that's like a kitchenette area, so there's a wall here. You can't actually see this.
So this is
if you go around the outside over
zone
here.
2, this is zone 3, right?
Correct. And there's stained glass windows on this end, and there's stained glass windows on this end. So if you walk around, you could peek through the windows.
I'm gonna go up to right here.
Okay. So you're gonna as you get up, you go right into here. This is a door, and it's locked.
Is there a window?
Yep, and it's locked.
Is it exposed? Am I getting pelted with rain and shit on the outside?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there's no awnings or anything like that?
No, not where you're at. No.
Okay, can I... let's see. Can I break the window?
Yeah, absolutely. You can break the window.
Can I do it in a try to be quiet fashion? No, like you put, you know...
Make a burglary check.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, you don't have that skill?
0.
0.
0.
Oh, I need to set it down.
I'm like... and...
no. So you are trying to... You open up the window, right? And as you open it halfway, you think it's stuck in place, and you're like, come on, guys, let's go. The window comes crashing down and shatters.
Okay, so...
Nope, you stand there with that look on your face exactly like that.
You hear the chanting stop immediately, and you hear say, "They're here."
Okay, checking the Molotov cocktail inside.
You have a Molotov cocktail.
Yeah,
I have many.
He prepped them the last time. So you need to use a You have that as one of your stunts. So what is that stunt? What's the skill that it's related to? Is it crafts?
Doing what?
Using those, was that a craft stunt? All the stunts are tied to a skill set. So the one that you had about
A weapon in the eye of the beholder. I think it was a scrounge.
Scrounge. Okay, use your scrounge skill to toss it.
I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, lands on me with my gas.
No,
I
look.
burned to death. Oh, nice.
Yeah, 5.
5. Okay. You are able to throw it in there. It doesn't light you on fire or anything. You throw it through
Plus.
this window, and it comes into this area, and you see flames start billowing out, and fires start to burn. What are you guys doing?
Oh, that was the window he broke.
Very
Yeah.
quietly.
Yeah.
Very not quietly with fucking fire in there now.
Let's see, that
I
door
wanna,
was locked.
I want to run around to, say, a window over here, see what's going on.
As you run around,
Oh, this is all glass. Oh,
He's
this
a front
is
door.
This is
this is a deck, yeah.
yeah.
this is a
But
front.
this is we can see in.
As you run around, you're like charging around the corner, and that's what you run into. 4 women in black robes. They seem to be wearing have the black robes over top of them, and then they have a what looks to be like K-bars in each of their hands.
Fuck the K-bar.
A
Military
knife.
knife.
Military big ass.
It's like
Oh,
a
okay,
6-inch
okay,
blade,
gotcha.
5 inch, about half.
Sharp.
Well, I had a gun,
for
so
killing
let's
bu-
bring a gun to a knife fight.
It's for killing bars.
Let's bring a gun to a knife fight and shoot some bitches.
All right. Don't you have Man Killer? You have that Colt 1911.
I
remember?
do have Colt
You get-
1911.
But they're women. No.
you get 2 free invokes on those. Just remember that.
What does that mean?
So you get hit Man Killer for free twice.
Oh,
you
I
can
see.
add +2 to a roll twice. So go ahead.
That's bullshit. That's a 0, but I guess I get a +2.
Well, do you want to invoke your? Man
Yeah, I better, because I was a fucking 0.
Killer? Sure. Perfect. So you invoke Man Killer, and you give a +2. They got to roll though. And you miss.
Do I get to shoot again, or is that it?
Okay. Wes, what do you do?
I followed JC around, so I'm behind him, but I, close.
Okay, you see him just kind of backing up, missing, as they're like walking, as they're moving in towards him with the knife.
I shoot at one of them with the flare gun.
You remember it's raining outside.
That's fine. I
Okay.
wasn't-
Smoke gun.
Flare gun's not gonna do much damage, but especially in the
what
rain.
if I shot her in the face and it was on fire? It's
Don't
gonna
you
light
have
you
a
on fire.
shotgun?
Yeah, don't you?
Oh
I was
fuck
gonna say,
you,
don't
man!
have a lethal
It
gun?
was gonna be sweet if I shot her with the flare gun.
If she was covered in gasoline, it would be amazing. But
It's gonna hurt.
it's gonna hurt. Not really.
Ow!
Black
Okay.
eye and some
Rewind.
thin hair.
I
Sorry, I'm not trying to dissuade you. I just think that You know what? Shoot him with the flare gun. I want everybody to die in this episode.
Fuck you, I'm shooting with the shotgun. If you reject the premise that the flare gun would cause someone to panic and be out of the combat.
You don't. Yes, I reject the premise.
Okay, that's fine then. If you're saying that's impossible, then I won't.
I'm not
do
saying
that.
it's impossible. I'm saying that these are crazy cultists who are
I was
in the
gonna
middle
say, given
of a
it's
blood
probably
sacrifice ritual. A flare gun's not going to scare
Alright,
them much.
fuck you. I'm shooting them.
These are all women.
Holy
I'm
fuck.
shooting them with +4.
Perfect.
Nice.
it ricochets off of all of them.
I was only
Well,
aiming.
he didn't state that that's what he was doing, but with the
No,
shotgun, he
I
has
was
that
just
capability
I was just
to
shooting
get
at
everybody in
one.
his zone. I know.
Yeah,
So-
even including him.
You hit a +4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. They. I don't want to do this. You hit this one and blast them in the shoulder.
Oh, damn, they're tough.
They just had a decent roll. Okay, so oh, bad guy's turn. Great, yeah, thank you.
Say, I was like, wait.
You're still here at this window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
except we don't know. This
Mr.
should be
fucking
stealth.
just
You need a second.
Molotov
You need
cocktail
a second
in the window.
GM stealth map, and then you can move it, and we won't know.
Yeah, no. What I shouldn't have placed all these.
Yeah, I
here.
agree.
I shouldn't have
But
placed them all, but that's
that's
okay.
fine. We know.
I mean, what does knowing even do for us? Like, he can just be like this, whatever he wants.
I could have put them wherever, yeah, but I okay.
Well, we know there's bad guys in there. I guess we
Yeah.
wouldn't have.
This is all still in that other zone, so they're not going to be able to attack this round.
They're gonna grenade you though. Look at how many grenades they have. They're throwing grenades at you right
Grenadiers. They
now.
throw
I'm
like
assuming that one is.
they throw like girls. It doesn't
it-
matter.
the monster guys are different, right? Well,
yeah,
I'm
they're-
guessing.
yes, they are different.
I like that one with that you got with the blade. Looks like that's the. Is that the chick?
Oh my
many
god!
Because she's gonna do the
How many
ritual
bitches with
sacrifice.
knives are coming outside
Well,
right now?
you can count how many there are.
There's too many.
Actually,
Not if you use the flare gun.
can you hand me the blonde-haired guy?
Oh, legless.
Yeah, Legolas.
Or
It's
legless.
legless. It's legless.
Okay.
Apparently they're
Oh, he
violating
is legless.
somebody.
Look at that. He's fucking face down in the dirt.
He's got his ass up.
Yeah,
Okay,
kind of
so
prison
let's
thing.
do
That's what I was gonna say. Is this
bad guys get to go, and then we're gonna roll initiative, guys.
Oh god, we're gonna die.
So the bad guys get a bonus of +4.
When we die, you're gonna like tell us about when the demon comes into the world and rapes the earth, right?
This is what leads on to the next thing.
Well, I just think it's interesting that you all are like, I'm going this way, I'm going this way, I'm lighting the motherfucker on fire, and everybody's like, no plan, let's just do it.
I had a plan. You're like, no, don't even let me talk.
I had to
It's
follow
like,
the
nope,
drunk.
nope.
Oh god.
Okay, make me an athletics check. You and you.
Do I get add a -1 because I'm an old
You
man?
have fate points, and this is the time to use them to save your ass.
All right, fine. I'm using, but I have to.
You have to invoke an aspect, and you might want to roll and then use it, because you might roll awesome and you don't want to waste
I don't think I have anything that. Okay, fine. I'll make something up. Oh fuck me.
Is that an aspect?
I'm at
Fuck me.
Yeah.
I'm at 0, but I'm gonna use my bullheaded aspect to say I'm fucking
Yeah.
gonna make it.
Do you want to
through this
re-roll, or do you
shit.
want to
I'm
add?
No, I'm fucking.
I'm gonna re-roll. As an educated man, I realized that.
Oh, mother fucking son of a bitch! I
Do you have
should've-
another aspect that you want to invoke to re-roll?
As an educated man, I realize my shit's about to get pushed in, so I prepare to get out of the way.
I'll accept that, even though that's a fucking weak.
That. Oh, listen,
Well,
that's
I
the only one
I
I'll
will
use.
drink some more to fucking realize my
Oh,
mistake
fuck
that I
me,
should have
man.
taken the +2 the first time around.
No, rejected. Good, get fucked. What did you get?
0.
Both of you got zeros. Okay, mark off your third stress boxes, each of you. As
Physical stress?
Yeah, physical
Okay,
stress.
but I have that one marked, so that's bad, right?
Yeah, so now it rolls up to your fourth stress box.
So I
So
mark the
now
fourth
in
one.
consequence zone.
if you take any more physical stress, you're in the consequence zone.
Wait, so
No,
I
I
mark.
am in consequence zone
Oh,
right
okay.
now. By
Okay.
that,
So you don't have any physical consequences, do you?
I do not.
Okay, and
I
you
have
have your
mental
third box
ones.
off. Take out. Yeah, you're going
So I
crazy.
marked the fourth one now.
Okay, so you marked your fourth one. You take on the aspect, the minor consequence. We're going to say knifed in the arm.
Oh shit.
Or, yeah, knifed in the arm's fine. Okay, cool. Great! This has been going wonderfully! Oh, man, you guys are something fucking special.
Is there ever a time when I'm out of combat that I can actually address that shit with my fucking first aid skills?
Absolutely not. Not until this is done.
That's
Alright.
what I thought.
The time to address that physical wounds would be when we're not in the middle of combat.
So after you've died.
So bad guys went on that end. Nobody else moved. So now we do initiative. Ready?
I guess. Oh, that fucking sucks.
The old man gets to go first.
Old man goes first this
Right.
time.
Who's tiebreaker? Who's tiebreaker?
Usually we. No, I'm gonna give it to you guys. Usually we go into a like a warlike situation,
Oh,
so
right,
we keep
so-
flipping until we. Go ahead, Wes. Go ahead, Thomas.
You're gonna delete
Wes
that
Thomas
part,
Anderson.
right?
Can I?
Can I buy a vowel?
Yeah, no, you're.
Can I, oh, this. Wait, was that the? No, that wasn't the one I spent. Can I do some like action movie MacGyver shit and like fire the flare gun into the gas can while simultaneously throwing it, and it magically causes an explosion?
Wow.
No.
We're fucked then.
What else? What other skills do you have?
Maybe you should try to charm them.
No, I was gonna put that on there, but like rapport, but I decided not to. Shit.
I don't think rapport would work with these bitches.
Running works.
Can I use my? I want to use my. I want to use my stealth to flee and get back to.
I want fire in my wake.
Well, it is raining and dark outside, so you could try stealth. They're gonna get one free attack on you, so you'll have to. Yeah, because you're turning your back and running. But after that, you'll get to make a stealth check, and they may have trouble finding you. So they'll get one free attack, but you can make a stealth roll.
I want to do that
You can't stealth when they're right in front of you, so you have to literally bolt and leave combat.
then.
Ninja, vanish!
Yeah. You're not fucking.
I was gonna say that's in Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You could be in the middle. You could be in the middle of 50 other players, and you could
And-
stealth, and they can't see
And
you.
the Wendigo, I just want to point out, the Wendigo has a stunt like that, and you could have created a stunt like that, but you're a 60-year-old
stealth?
man. Yeah, you didn't have your
You
guy
are
was
not
not.
the Wendigo. You are.
Now that you guys are seeing how the game works, next time you make a character, be like, you know what? Maybe make him be very specific at one thing that he's good at.
Yeah. Well, he is very good at one
This-
thing. It's just not helping him right now.
Right, and that's
Yeah.
part of where the prep. They think of like, okay, how do I prep for that? That's why I was saying we spent a good 45 minutes prep.
Sure.
My specifics have helped with the investigations.
Oh yeah. No, you're
But-
probably going to be surrounded by everybody at the end because you're the only one who
Yeah.
survived. But you're also going to die.
I
Because
know,
all of
because-
them-
Fuck it.
I thought I had a good character, God damn it, but I
You do.
did not.
That's what I mean. At the end, it's not. I'm like, I'm.
You
a
know what?
useless
Fuck it. I want the
character.
demon to take over the world. I'm shooting everyone.
Okay, so
Including
you're
him.
you're gonna take a gun. Oh, you're okay. Shoot, you can shoot everybody in the zone, and since he's right next to you, make a roll. Make
And
this gunshot roll the
and I
best
want to
one of
use
your life.
and I want to. Well, I can roll first and then spend a faint point. But why would I? How could I? Whatever. I shot the snake before because I was a determined old man and I was full of piss and vinegar and I wanted to kill the snake to save the baby. I think I should be able to possibly use a fate point along a similar line.
Wow, that's weak. All right, go.
Oh,
make the
okay.
roll.
Excuse me. Oh, well. Oh, but that's not my.
Make the roll first because this might be moot.
Well, I know.
The roll is all negatives.
Oh, fuck my balls.
That's not bad. Okay.
2.
Okay, so you have no aspects that can be related to your shoot, is what you're saying.
No, I have old man,
And
and
what-
I have good intentions.
You have good intentions, and you're trying
I'm
to prevent
trying
the
to-
summoning of a.
I gotta save the baby.
You want to save the world, right? The baby is fair
The
enough.
baby, man. Fuck that. That's
Fuck the world. Yeah,
I'm
that's,
still not
that's-
certain that shit's real. I don't know.
all right. Fair enough. So you want to spend a fate point to add 2 to the roll?
Yeah.
Okay, give me the fate point.
There you go.
All right, 2 to the rolls plus 3. You hit all of them in that zone.
Oh no, I have. It'd be 4 because I have one end shooting.
Cool. You hit all of them in that zone, but you cannot shoot again until you recover, until you overcome a shoot roll. So I'll show you that in a second.
Okay.
And you hit them all for. They have.
Are they ugly?
Are they wearing stilettos?
No, they're probably barefoot, like dirty cultists.
It goes like this. Like this.
Alright. Now use your Wolverine claws to berserker raid. Oh, you don't have that shit.
Okay. So whose turn is it? My turn. Bad guy's turn.
Oh.
Bad guy's turn to fucking kill everyone.
Okay, Wes. They're gonna surround you,
Yeah.
and they are gonna attack the shit out of you.
Yep.
So what happened when he just tried to shoot him? What
He
happened?
did.
They
Oh,
all
sorry.
did.
Thank you. I didn't address that verbally. So he shot in a spraying arc because they were all in that, and he hit everybody in that arc. He rolled really well, so he did quite a bit of damage to everybody who's there. But now they're going to get.
But see, they're not dead yet.
No.
See,
remember,
they've got a
always
lot
in
of
role-playing
damage,
maximum-
but they're not dead.
Right. One dead is better than,
Yes,
than
it is.
4 wounded.
But
So,
they should have. Well, I don't know. They may have negatives to their rolls. We don't know.
no negatives.
Oh fuck.
They have no negative modifiers, and they're all within striking
Well, they're all
distance of your
zealots, so it doesn't matter. They would be
They're all
fighting
demon
until the end.
juiced up on demons
Oh,
anyway.
that's must make me an athletics check.
Oh my god.
What?
I thought I was
So
the first one out.
Wes runs. Or,
No,
sorry,
Thomas.
I guess the old
Thomas-
man going out
Thomas
should
runs
makes
in there.
more sense logically,
Yeah.
but still.
He runs up.
The way my character's been going, I figured I'd be the first one
Zero
dead.
is 0.
Okay, mark off your what is that? 4, and then they get a +4. Mark off your 8th stress box 6 times.
6 times.
How do you do that?
So you don't. So you just take a bunch of consequences. Basically, you're my little pawn. So you're gonna.
Oh, I should have 8 boxes, right? Oh, I
right.
see.
So you don't have an 8th stress.
Hold
box.
on, let me do it. Oh, I don't. How many do I have? 4?
You should have 4
I
unless
only
you
have
took.
4.
Unless
No,
you took
okay, I
the-
have 4. Okay, so what do I have to do? I'm gonna die.
So you're gonna take 8. You're gonna take 8 severe consequences.
Sweet.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So they basically here's what happens: is they surround
Brain
Wes,
damaged.
They surround. They surround Thomas Smith, and you see this, and they surround him, and basically you see all the cultists just doing this. Blood is squirting out. You see one of them pulls off an arm, the other one pulls out a head, and they're running around with it.
So you're dead. Doesn't matter the number of consequences. You're dead. That's what.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Yeah, he's just
I'd like
dead.
to know.
He's
each-
dead.
No leg, no
That
arm,
means
no
like
arm.
what is that? Like
No head.
No, you're still a fucking torso that can roll around
No, he's dead.
and squirt blood
last-
in these witches' eyes. But
Don't-
you have to
The
roll
last
a
thing,
million things
the last
to
thing,
have that happen.
the last thing you hear before your head gets ripped off is "God is dead, hell is below. God is dead, hell is below."
Nice.
You're dead.
Did you do a lore check on that?
Okay.
No.
I'm not risking a turn
I'm
for a
going to
lore
bed.
check.
No, him.
Right now, are you kidding
dead.
me? Oh, he's
I know,
dead.
that's the joke.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry.
I
Okay.
just feel like you don't live for me.
Okay, bad guys went. It's your go.
I already knew we were gonna. I didn't think we were gonna actually succeed at anything. So
There might have been some ways. This was pretty overwhelming. It's kind
There
of
was hope. We should have just snuck in. It doesn't matter.
There was hope. It would have been better to try and see what was actually going on instead of just breaking windows. But you tried.
I only did that because everyone was like, "No, I don't want to do anything."
Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
No, I said I don't want to fucking burn a building down with innocence in it. There's a different statement
why
to
are
that.
we like? And I kept saying, I just wanted a diversion.
What's your move? This is part. Thomas,
Fuck.
you did good. You really did. I wish I had I wish I had something for you, but. If you want, you can play the witch.
No, I'm good.
Or you can play the Wendigo.
Oh God.
You can
I'll roll for the Wendigo.
you can kill all of these guys. You can roll for the Wendigo.
Okay, I'll roll for the Wendigo.
Okay, perfect.
And I sort of thought we already knew what was happening because of his vision.
You do.
So why I don't get what the whole like reconnaissance thing is even for?
Well,
Disruptive ceremony.
So that we don't
Attacking-
get 6 on 1.
Yeah, exactly. Attacking in stealth would have given you guys a bonus, and attacking as a group gives you a stagnant bonus to attack. Always.
Okay. See,
So
good
that's
to
why
know.
these guys, all of them, they're attacking
Yeah.
as a mob, and they get like a +4.
If I
bonus.
had killed the first one, then I would have only got like
See, this is
5
where-
serious guns.
This is where the mechanics will help when I learn them a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
better.
yeah.
But
and this is part of-
also, my thinking was we only have one thing to. As soon as we do any one thing, they will all be alerted, and there goes the element of surprise.
sure,
So
absolutely.
I lit a fire because they can't stop that very easily.
Oh,
they
no.
still have to be contending that with that while.
Fire's good.
So
Fire is a useful thing.
it wasn't
It's
just
not
because I
controllable.
had it. Like
No, I'm not angry about the fire.
No,
I
I'm not either.
I am enjoying thoroughly how this is playing out. But Smith, it is your turn.
Yeah, of course you are. You're just watching us die. You
I'm
don't
enjoying
wanna
this
fucking
even when my
save us?
character dies.
I just love how like
You
Alan,
didn't have 8 body parts ripped off you.
I didn't. Yeah, you got dismembered. But I mean, it
I
would
thought
be
I
it would
had
be
a good
horror.
character when I started this game, and
You
I
did
feel
have a
like
good
my
character.
character
The game
is
just
fucking
evolved into-
bullshit now. Like I have nothing to do. I don't have.
Well,
That's
you're
a
I mean,
part
I
of-
can use
This
my.
is the
you
part
were-
of survival horror is that you feel helpless at the end.
I was gonna say the game evolves into like your weaknesses, not your strengths. So
Well, I know. It's just
Whenever I
like
That's the
blast
point
all
of
these
this
things I
particular-
I blasted
created.
all
I'm
these
like,
motherfuckers.
how
They're
does
gonna
that?
die from their wounds.
So look at it this
so-
way: if you would watch the movie of what your character had been through, you would not be feeling bad about like he's still standing. Like
Alright. Well, I feel sorry for him at least. I give him that.
They don't. None. In what horror movie do they all make it in the end?
Well,
None. So make a decision: run, fight, hide. What are you doing?
I kind of want to like.
I won't do all three.
I kind of want to. No, I kind of want to like go fucking beyond the veil and see if that can help me in any way. But that might just be a total waste. But that's what I'm gonna do. So I just fucking there's
Go
that.
beyond the veil. Okay. What do you want to do with that? Is there anything that you're trying to do with reaching beyond?
Yes, I wanna see if I can find a weakness or a motivation, something I can use to turn the tide.
Okay. Make me a fate point. Why don't you make me a
I believe I tossed you a fate point.
make me a lore check.
I was gonna say, perhaps you should invoke seeing
Nice.
Thank the Lord, I got a +3.
You should invoke seeing the death of your friend to bolster some rolls. Just saying, maybe you have rage now.
Okay,
But I'm dead.
You go beyond the veil. You at
get
this point, as you reach beyond and you start going deep into your knowledge, you feel like your mind is opening up, and it's like instead of like synapses firing, it's like little doors that are opening, and through each door is a big slimy black tentacle that's wrapping around your brain. You can feel it like a cancerous tumor just going across your head. You take on not of this world as an aspect, and give me your character sheet.
Did you just die?
I don't know.
There's gonna be some awesome shit.
I think you just became the enemy.
As your eyes roll back in your head and they turn black, you the cultists in front of you, you lift them up with your hands, and they start to shake, and their heads all go.
Oh, that's so rad. Oh,
And you're kind of slough off the coat that you're wearing and your shirt, and you're completely, all you have is like your pants on, and you're walking around with your shirt off, and you start walking around the back end.
These fuckers are dead.
Yep, they're all dead.
Yeah, I'm walking around this
There's
way.
a pile of fucking dead
Oh,
bodies.
I missed that one.
You walk around this end like this to the front door,
Sure.
and as you walk into the front door there, you were kind of like a passenger now in your body. you see, you're not seeing normal. What you see is Shader brought up, and Shader's not Shader. He's a broken angel with his wings torn off. His crown is all asunder. He's upside down, hanging from a crucified upside down from an upside down cross. And there are 2 cultists in there, and they're slicing runes into him. As you squeeze your hands together and pop both of those cultists' heads.
Shader, come back to us, please.
All you need is love.
It's not gonna bring his legs back.
Yeah, no. Shader's there. He's bleeding out. He's got wounds, and he's kind of like out of it. He's not dead, but he's out of it. Okay, we'll deal with that in a second. So your go.
I'm totally oblivious to everything that just happened to them.
Yeah, you have no idea. They went, we're gonna go around the corner, and then dismembered.
And
It turns into
do I
the
hear
dark evil
anything?
one.
Yeah, well, you would have heard my horrific screams.
Yes, you hear shotguns. You hear horrific screams that sound like Thomas, but there's no way to.
You heard the head. Well,
do
you heard
I-
the heads pop. Or you heard something. You don't know what it was.
Can you tell
Yeah.
me what I see without me doing like a roll and losing my turn? Or...
Yeah. What you see is fire coming out there. You're kind of cloistered in here, so this is
I
a
forgot
wall.
you lit that shit
And
on
out
fire.
here, fire is gone. It started to spread into this area as well. The building of smoke is billowing out of here. You can't really stay in this area unless you're going to get caught.
Okay. So right here is on fire because that's where I threw it in.
Yeah.
And then right there and here is all burning.
Yes.
Pretty much all zone 1 is, or well,
Yeah.
Got it.
So,
it's
yeah.
compromised.
And is this outside deck
Correct.
area?
It's an outside deck. No.
And
that's
do I
part of
see
zone 3,
these
correct?
people?
Well, if you move
shit.
just around here, you can, and that's a free action because it's in the same zone.
Can I do that? Just
Yeah.
peek my head around, see
Yeah.
if they're...
When you
I
see
thought
these
this was part
guys,
of zone 3.
yeah, but they moved last turn,
I see.
so they're going to be right here, like this, as you come around.
What is that?
That is the Wendigo.
Oh,
Wounded, but that's him.
Okay, since I fucking see that, is it possible to, because there's smoke billowing out, just run this way?
There's smoke billowing out. Could you run around this way?
Like without
Yeah.
being immediately spotted, try to
Make a stealth check because they haven't seen you yet. So
Okay.
you can do that for your roll because you're behind this little area. What's your stealth at?
That'd be, I don't have a stealth,
+1.
so +1.
Remember fate points.
Can I spend a fate point for,
Spending and invoking what aspect?
let's see, how about, I guess, can I only use these once in
You can use not an entire game. You can use them once in the scene. So
a,
so what aspect are you using to try and stealth? Abandoned nun, man,
That's what I'm
champion of
thinking.
the ward, champion.
abandoned none.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying none of those work.
Why? I'm now going after the,
Oh, you're trying to stealth to get to your friends?
yeah, go back and join them.
Little
Well,
late.
That's
Sure, I'll let it
Well,
go.
I don't know what's happened to them,
No,
that's why.
I know. Fair enough. I just think it's okay. Perfect.
Well, the one I
Listen,
thought
you
of was
took
a bit
some-
of a stretch,
You,
but I was
you
like,
took
okay.
some more that were a stretch on me.
Oh man, that's this has just gotten out of hand. This has just gotten.
I should have used the +2 from my divine firearm
yeah,
bloodline to
you
shoot them.
Absolutely, you run around and like in slow mo, it's like you come across the scattered body parts of Thomas. You see his head just.
Yeah, he
looking
trips
at
on
you.
my head or some shit.
Yeah, trip over. Actually, perfect. I'd give you a fate point, but you can't. You trip over his head
You
and
could
like
give the
land face
Wendigo a
into
fate
it.
point.
Give yourself a will check for sanity.
Oh, awesome. Don't look.
One of them ripped my tongue out.
Yeah.
That's no good.
What'd you get?
-2. No, I
Okay,
don't have
mark
will.
off your first sanity stress box.
Shit.
And if it's been marked off, roll up
What's...
2 seconds. You're looking at mental stress.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, perfect. You run around the corner and you see all these cultists, and their bodies have been laid. You don't see where he's at all.
You don't see his... I don't see his body?
No,
You don't see. Sorry, you don't
you don't
see Smith's body.
JC,
Yeah, JC.
I'm still in here somewhere.
Whose body? Oh, this is your
That's
body.
me. I'm
Oh,
Sorry,
I'm
yeah,
over
yeah.
here.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so we're gonna come back around this way. These guys are going to come back inside as the building's now like completely ablaze. Except the only areas that's not really on fire is the chapel, but this whole area is burning. This whole zone's burning.
Is it possible to grab his gun on the way by?
Sure.
It's not loaded.
It's true. You would need to make a shoot overcome to load it.
Yeah, it's not right. Well, I have a shotgun too, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm
when you
assuming
come
have
around
a
the
pump. Mine's a single.
when you come around the corner, you come around
Mine's
the corner
like a
of
break
this thing,
action
and you
single
see Alan here. Okay, and he's hanging up, and you see JC, right? Is your last name? You see him walking out, but
Smith's my last name, but JC's my first name.
Right, JC Smith. Sorry, Jesus Christ Smith. he's walking. He's walking up the aisle of the chapel like this, and as he's walking, you can see like black tendrils of smoke kind of wisping and wrapping around him, and like one of the tendrils reaches out and wraps around the well that's here. There's a well that's here, and there's a big stone. There's a big stone basin. And in that basin is...
There's blood coming out.
Yeah. There's blood trickling out the outside of the basin. And you see Marina, and she's just like in slow-mo, just like plunging the sledgehammer down into the basin. And the tendrils wrap around the well and wrap around Marina. And Marina's eyes... not Marina. Nadia's eyes open up really, really big. Like she's in love, actually. And she reaches out to him, and he reaches out to her, and you see the smoke kind of leave his body and enter Marina's, and the whole say again?
Nadia.
Yeah, Nadia. Yeah. And the whole area just kind of like starts enveloping in like a tornado of smoke. You see Alan here, and what do you do? The rest of the cultists are like walking around this area like this, and the Wendigo like walks in, like jumps into the middle and disappears into this.
That scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
It's good timing, Peter. Good timing.
Jesus,
The Wendigo jumped into the fucking well of hell and...
Okay,
Whoosh.
Wendigo is still there.
No, Wendigo has jumped into the well, into this smoke tornado that's existing here. You can't really see...
Okay,
you can't really see Marina and
this is the big bad. The Wendigo just fed into the bigger...
Yeah, you don't know something is opening, that's for sure.
What condition is... what's his face in?
He's conscious, but barely, and crying profusely. My baby, my baby.
Do I notice anything special about him?
No.
And I can't access the...
He has a tattoo of a bald eagle on him, and then he has some sort of Latin inscription, but you can't make out what it says.
Got it. I'm gonna as a free action, can I talk to him?
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of shake him. I'm gonna look. This is you're the only one who can do anything. Here, you can avenge your child and your wife. He's like, there's something special about you.
He looks at he looks at you. He says, "I can't do anything." His eyes roll back in the back of his head. The loss of blood has taken to it. He's like, the only thing you can do is in your hands. And he looks at the axe before his eyes close and collapses.
I'm like, fuck, I was afraid of that. And
Don't you have a heroic aspect?
I do. Champion of the Warden's aspect.
I'm gonna pay you a fate point to go and charge into the
Oh,
hellmouth.
I was just about to do that anyway, so...
Perfect.
How many... that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So the last scene is you with the axe running in. As you're moving in, you're actually walking up slowly to this area. You see the cultists and their faces are like peeling away from them as this like vortex is pulling them, layer by layer of their sinew into the thing. Then eventually they fall off, and there's just this black hole and a mouth that opens up, and you go in with the axe just charging. Big bright light.
Nice. Like in Rain of Fire, but not being eaten by...
Yeah, kind of.
and then I wake up. No.
So, no, yeah. And then you all wake up. No. The rain stops, and you wake up. You wake up in the church, on the ground. You're in restraints, and there are police all over the place.
Oh, fuck.
And your mind is completely, like, you're completely gone. You're gibbering and jabbering to yourself and talking about demons and hellmouths and all of these other things. And they're taking pictures, and you see them bringing in body bags and removing body parts from all over the place. You see the sheriff in there, and you can overhear the sheriff. And it's like you're inside your body, but you can't speak. And so you're gibbering, and you can hear the sheriff saying, and he says, "Oh, he was a good man. I can't believe he was the one who was behind all of these murders, all of the kidnappings. But at least people will all feel that Tahoe safe again." You don't see Alan. He's gone.
Uh-huh.
And you don't see the axe. And the well is just completely covered in blood, as if somebody went on some sort of murder spree and killed everybody. And you see them bringing up body parts from the well and putting them into body bags. But you don't recognize, the only thing that you recognize that they pull up is a sledgehammer that has carvings on it. And then you also see the body of Cecilia, Alan's wife, gets pulled out of there. And they lock you in the back of a paddy wagon, and they pull you, they drive you back into Lake Tahoe. And then the credits roll. Good game, guys.
All right.
You turned into the Black Tornado thing, right?
Yeah, I went full evil apparently.
Yeah, I was gonna say when he killed the cultist, I was like, "Oh, you didn't summon some good power."
No,
that was the beast trying to get out. Oh shit!
Give me everything.
Well, you went full Avatar at that point. It's like,
Yeah, you died.
Well, that's you lost your mind. You went full crazy. You embraced, and so
What the fuck happened to the angel though? Didn't you mention an angel with his wings torn off?
Yeah, that was Alan.
But I was thinking that I would be like, okay, now avenge your kid, and he goes in. He's the one who has to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
but
the
you
axe
sa-
itself would do
You
it.
saved the world.
Yeah.
But I'm fine with that.
What a wonderful ending.
So as the credits roll, there are different newspaper clippings about one guy who had survived this whole thing. That there was possibly an accomplice, this Alan Shader. That there's a giant manhunt that's going out in the woods looking for him, and they never find him. And then
Nadia.
Say again.
What about Nadia?
Nadia and you went into the Hellmouth. That
Oh,
means that you
okay.
entered hell. So that doesn't mean you're dead. That means you're going to come back changed. Or maybe the same. You've actually touched something that was more than just the devil. You touched like the outer gates, what's beyond.
What was beyond?
Cthulhu.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Yeah,
devil
there's no
is
way.
but one.
Well, exactly. One
I
entity.
looked into the abyss.
So she's in the middle. She's in the middle of summoning a demon, and you have tapped into something much more powerful, and that's where her power and her greed went to, and she didn't know what she was getting involved in. But that's besides the point. Alan, as you're in the insane asylum on TV, you see these video TV clips that come up of these different mysterious killings that happen, and you find out, and the killings all happen around human trafficking, and they find these babies alive. That these babies end up being saved, and that all these people end up going to prison. There's a lot of people who end up dead. And that there's some sort of vigilante who's out there trying to dismantle some human trafficking ring, or at least that's how it's presented. But as you're reading through it, you can kind of read through the lines and see that there's someone else there. But you're in a padded room, in a straitjacket.
Right. Save the world, whatever.
Yeah, you did. Heroic.
What does the clip the newspapers say about local?
Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas.
Thomas. It's
Local
just
handyman slain trying to stop
slain. Yeah,
murder.
wife leaves a bereaved wife
Yeah.
and and two children.
Thomas Lane survived by one wife that he didn't like.
Yeah. C.J. Smith. Yeah, pretty pretty tragic. Well, Bunker Hill and the retreat are dismantled after that point,
I'd say
obviously.
this shit's burned
And
down.
yeah, the
Well, maybe
Tahoe
the
police.
explosion or whatever put out the fire. Magic. When he destroyed the portal.
Oh yeah,
Maybe that put out flames. I don't know.
it's
That'd
yeah.
be cool.
It's not clear what happened after all that.
I mean, things like that, you almost, like, sort of, it rewrites a little bit of, like, time and space, so it's,
Yeah.
like, be nothing to put out a fire.
yeah, exactly. Because part of what happens with these rituals, right,
Plus,
is
I
that
tapped into a greater power, so I'm coming back, bitches.
part of what happens
More
in tapping into a ritual like that is that the realms overlap, right?
Right.
So you're
True.
so things are happening in this space, but it's almost like the tartan in Doctor Who.
Yeah,
It
I found the booze
Don't
in the
know that,
multiverse.
but-
You should
I
start
know
paying
who's
for
right,
it
not
now
yours.
when I
Tarts,
come back.
All right, guys,
So
that was
when's
fun.
the next session?
Well, we can talk about that. Saturdays really are my day to game. I
That's
know
fine
that's
for me.
Rough for Brandon, but
Well, it just depends. If I have a catering gig, then there's no way, and if I don't.